accident. It's no accident.
Go ahead.
Hey, hey, hey. We are starting. We're here. Everybody's here. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is feeling really, really awesome. Just wanted to welcome everyone to the show. How about some vinyl music, huh? Wasn't that freaking awesome? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, kids, there is a way that you can help us out, and that is you can go to PayPal or Venmo or anything like that and drop us a buck or two. Or you can also like rate us on the Unsung Dreamers podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, rate us on whatever app you're using. Give us a 5-star rating. That would be freaking cool. Another thing that you can do is go to Patreon and become a patron. And what we do there is give you a little bit of extra content that's not out there on the airwaves. It's not on this show. It's all kinds of fun stuff. It varies from extra interview footage to just some fun stuff we threw up there for fun. So you can go there and drop us $1. You'll see. There's like tiers you can do and get on there and join and become a patron. We have so many wonderful patrons already, and we thank them every week because you guys are helping us keep our software going, keeping us alive over here. Because we do this as a labor of love, and you guys are helping us out with some cash donations, which is freaking fantastic. So we appreciate that very, very much. We are getting set up over here. Hi, Mark Davis. Hello, how are you? How are you? How are ya? Very cool over here. How'd you like the song? The songs? I guess 2 of them played. That was pretty freaking cool. And don't forget to check out Monday Morning Medication. It's an audio little snippet kind of fun show we do every Monday just to have some fun, to start your week off, give you a little Monday morning medication to help you through your week. This week's was like kind of extra funny, I think. I was super funny, I think. I kind of think so. So go back and listen to that.
It was
sometime.
terrible. Don't go listen to it.
Don't go listen to it? You don't want anybody to listen to it?
It was awful.
It was super fun, I thought.
It had terrible things in it, and it was a terrible show.
I don't think so. How's everybody doing? I didn't hear anybody say, I'm great. Oh, you're working. Mark
Davis is
as
good over
soon
here.
as I said that, Mark
fan
Davis.
is so loud.
Is it loud? But it's like almost necessary. I can turn it down.
Listen. It's so loud.
These mics are super hot tonight. I think the mics are super hot. I wouldn't say too hot, but they're super hot. They're picking up a lot of.
They're too hot to handle.
Our air conditioner might need a little servicing, so we're kind of got the fan going on in here in the studio. So that's better. You want me to turn it down a notch? What do you think? Nah, I think we're fine. We're fine. It's just kind of
loud.
Is it loud? That's a yes. Hang on then. I'll be back.
Anyway, so how is it going? Welcome to June the 10th?
May the 10th? No, June the 10th.
June the 10th be with you.
We're not doing that anymore, Dan.
No, I'm going to keep it going all year now. June the 10th be with you. I'm going to annoy Star Wars fans from now till forever.
But then it doesn't make any sense.
I know. It doesn't make any sense to me when someone says, May the 4th be with you. So now I'm going to make no sense and tell everyone June the 10th be with you.
Be with you. Look at you in your classic lawn shirt.
Joshua Poole says we'll be hearing from their lawyer, John Bushmill.
And you'll know what that means if you listen to Monday Morning Medication.
The attorney for the Unsung, for the Audio Roast podcast showed up on Monday Morning Medication.
He did.
And he had a lot to say.
He did have a lot to say, but so did our lawyer.
And our lawyer was there too, defending us.
Defending us and actually taking him to court.
And speaking of what we were charged on, which I'm not going to tell you, you just have to go back and listen to Monday Morning Show.
Yeah.
Could you take your ball and put it somewhere else so I can see what the hell is going on over here?
He doesn't like my ball. Anybody like a trackball mouse?
Take your ball.
Take my ball off. Ready? Okay, wait.
May the farce be
May
with
the
you.
Farce. Oh, the farce.
Man, I have been spinning this record for a while now. It's called Imagined Order. And I actually got this months and months ago.
Yeah.
This is not even released yet. Mine's already smudgy, and I scratched the record on I had it stored in a place where there was like a screw sticking out.
Oh,
so
no.
when I pulled it out, I think I scratched the shit at the top of it. But that's okay.
That stinks. But hey, didn't hit the vinyl.
Here's what's cool about it is, for those of you who don't know, when you get vinyl made, they usually send out, depending on what company you use, they usually will send out a couple of copies of it so that you can check it out before you decide to order the rest. Because, it can get a little pricey making vinyl, and so they want to make sure, like, hey, does everything look good? Because the batch that you just ordered is going to turn out just like this record.
Right.
And then we'll get your approval on how things turned out.
That's right.
This is actually one of those records.
Hello, Larry from Des Moines.
Des Moines!
Yay, we have out-of-state listeners, watchers. Yay.
There's only 2 of these vinyls in all of Springfield, Missouri right now. I own one, and the lead singer of the band owns the other.
2.
So
They're out there. Hi, Brian Betancourt.
So preach to me about not being ahead of the curve. Please, please.
Take him to court.
You can't even find it. It's not even released yet.
And this, by the way,
In fact, there's not even a release date for it yet.
You need to remind people that this is local music. You didn't say that.
Well, of course. I mean, we only play local original music on our shows to start our shows off, just in case anybody wasn't figuring that out. For weeks and weeks and weeks, we start our show off with a song or two. You might think it's kind of boring because you're just sitting there staring at your phone, listening to a song you don't know. But what you don't realize is it's fucking awesome, and you should be appreciative. You should be appreciative that you can log in every week and listen to an original, somewhat local. Sometimes they're from Joplin. Sometimes they're from,
KC.
I mean, from around here, all right? Original shit.
I feel like a nurse and you're the surgeon.
And that's what we play every single week on our show. And this week we have a wonderful special vinyl version of a local band, Imagined Order. It's not even available yet.
Not even available yet.
There's only 2 of these in the entire town. Don't.
Just stop. Just
stop. Anyway, hello and welcome to June the 10th.
June the 10th.
Be with you. I've already said that. It is really hot, and
Yes,
our
it is
AC
really hot
is
today.
struggling.
Our AC was struggling at the end of the summer last year, and now I just remembered that it was struggling.
I might have to get me a hanky.
I just was trying to dab
All right, I
you.
want to start off with
to dab you like a doctor.
why I have this shirt on. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story. You probably don't even have the photo ready
I
to
was
go.
gonna get photos, but I was gonna save that for the after.
I was going to embarrassingly expose to the world what my backyard looks like.
Yeah.
And Tara doesn't have the photo ready.
You didn't tell me to do that. I was
And
waiting.
it's on your phone,
It's on
so
my
we
phone,
can't
and
get
my
it.
phone is the camera. So,
All right, so I have the worst backyard.
hey, Terry Jones,
I've got my Thursday drink right here.
Thursday drink right here.
We are, big announcement over here at the Unsung Dreamers podcast. We are sponsored by Bud Light.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
When
isn't
did
that incredible?
When did that happen?
I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. We are
I didn't know this.
sponsored by Bud Light, and that was pretty awesome. AC went out in Terry
Terry's
Jones' truck.
That's what he says
Nice.
right here. Yeah.
Good evening, Kimberly Nelson, Utter Butter Nutter
Kimberly,
Cutter,
Nutter butter utter
and
utter.
Shutter.
And we said that.
I'm going to add
first.
one every week.
We said that first.
Oh, would you stop? We're not whiny bitches, man. Quit it. Anyway, I have by far the worst lawn situation in my backyard of anybody, I think, in all of the town of Springfield,
I
Missouri.
think so. I think we
I
do.
can't believe that my neighbors are not calling.
I
on
know.
me.
I am amazed.
I mean, one of my neighbors is your dad, and there's a
Right.
privacy fence there,
Right.
so he doesn't have to look at it.
Right.
But the other 1, 2, 3, 4 neighbors that surround my backyard, they can all see it.
Yeah.
And it is offensive. It's offensive.
You know what you could do right now is go take a picture of it. Go run and take a picture while there's still daylight, and we will use that picture. We could totally do that.
Do you guys want to see my backyard?
'Cause
How
it's-
offensive it is?
It's very offensive.
Because there's a story behind this.
There's a story, so
If I get one yes, I'll run back in the backyard and take a picture. You won't believe it.
just one picture, and then you can actually.
You won't believe. You'll think I traveled to the jungle.
Is it jungle fever?
It is jungle fever.
I shall. You'll be embarrassed for us.
I will walk out my back door, take a picture, bring it back, put it on the screen, and you'll be like, "Nuh-uh, you just downloaded that off of Google." She says, "Pick or
Kimberly
it didn't happen."
says pick or it did not happen. Bev says yes. Cindy Lucas says yes.
Okay, all right,
And
all right.
Terry Jones, by the way, says Kimberly Nutter Butter uttered mind in the gutter. Oh wait, that's me. That's right. Okay, Clyde. Hi, Clyde. Clyde's there. Shell is holding her breath as we speak, waiting for this picture to happen. Guys, we're not kidding. It's an embarrassment, and it would be better if there was one of the dogs out there, especially the Great Dane, because you could see how bad it is with the dogs out there. Because we have large dogs, and you can barely see the dogs in the backyard. So, Shell's holding her breath. Oh my God, she's waiting to see this picture. Now I don't know how we're gonna do this. I can either just have him hold his phone up, or he can send it to the computer. So we'll figure that. How many critters do we have living out there? I don't even know. I was telling everybody that if the dogs were out there, it would be even more of a drastic craziness done. Yeah. Bev's asking, are you having the front lawn done too? Well, of course we are, because we found out our front lawn is covered with. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that when he gets back here. Yes. Clyde says we're talking about our yard. I guess Clyde came a little bit late because he's like, I'd like to point out that Dan is wearing a classic lawn shirt. Yeah, that's.
I'm in the middle of telling a story.
That's why we're telling this kind of story.
I'm right in the middle of telling a story.
So you need to send that to me.
I send it to where?
AirDrop.
Okay.
Over here, we'll do that way.
I will do that.
Right on, and hopefully it won't bog down the system too bad. My poor little computer struggles, so if we get a little laggy, then sorry, that's why. But that's okay. That's embarrassing.
I just realized I have other pictures of Tara in my phone that I forgot I took.
Be careful. Be careful. Send me that. Send it. Can you find me? Hi, Tyler Weeks. Greetings. Greetings from your dressing room. That's right. He starts the show. Tyler starts his show tomorrow night. Tomorrow, MacBook Pro. No. Try it again, because I didn't have my Wi-Fi on. So start over.
This is getting really boring.
Start over, my friend. No, start over. Just completely start over. There you go. Now do it. And you should find it. Ah, crap. It's being a butt, so forget it. And we're laggy, and forget it. Okay. You know what? Just hold your phone up there. Because it's being a weird
It doesn't even
bitch.
do it justice.
No, but
I could just send it to Thanks a Mill. You can get it in your...
I have to log into my email.
Okay, forget it. All right, forget it.
Oh, the show opens tonight. It is the 10th. It is the 10th tonight. Of course.
I said the 10th.
I know. I thought it was. I thought the 10th was tomorrow.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Anyway, all right.
Oh, yeah, we're really laggy.
We're super laggy now. It's going to catch up. But there you go. There is our backyard, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at that.
That is some jungle fever.
Those weeds right there are like 4 feet tall. They're like 4.
Yeah, the perspective's not. I should have my Great Dane in the middle of it because all you would see is his head.
I was telling people that with the dogs out there, it has a better perspective because we have a Great Dane and a Golden Retriever. So
okay, so it's terrible. We're just too busy to work on our yard.
Too freaking busy.
And stuff like that. So
no reactions yet. Well, we have a delay, so it's a jungle.
It's caught up. So anyway. So a few months ago, well, was it last year?
I don't know.
Or was it this year? Yeah. Earlier this year, our neighbors,
Welcome to
Tara's
the Congo.
dad, and
Brian Betancourt said that needs a trim. Needs a trim.
Yard work is the worst, but we literally don't have time. We've been working so much, and I have a 12-year-old that should be doing it for me, but you know how modern day 12-year-olds are.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll mow it for like, what would you give me? Like $100? I'm like, you go fuck yourself. I'll tell you that right now. And he's like, fuck you, Dad. No, he doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't say that.
Anyway.
Shell says, I don't understand how it's relaxing, how yard work is relaxing.
Yeah. So anyway, Tara's dad, Phil and Bev, live right next door to us, and their yard was not ever as bad as ours, but it wasn't amazing. And they were like, hey, do you guys know some good lawn care? And we were like, dude.
As a matter of fact, we
like,
do.
Dude, you got to call Classic Lawns. Mm-hmm. Right? Because like they're friends of ours. They're like, they support music. They just, I mean, they're cool people.
Yep.
And from what we hear, they're the best.
Yeah.
And we're like, you should call them. So they're like, okay, then we'll call them. So they started on their yard. What was it?
I think that in the
6 months ago,
in the fall, they
maybe it was the end of last year.
They aerated and reseeded and things like that.
It was last year.
It was.
Yeah. So they started last year. They're really good about, they do like these long-term plans, and they'll actually spell out to you what we're going to do over the course. They don't just come up and mow your lawn and walk off. It was last year. Bev said this last year. Yes, it was. So they don't really just show up and mow and go home. They kind of give you a really cool, like, here's the plan. Here's what we're going to fix. And obviously, because we're dealing with this kind of situation, this could take 6 months to a year before you're really going to see, like, results.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys hooked up. And they started their business over there last year.
And we're like, whatever, we don't care about a lawn. You know,
like,
you guys have a good time.
We're like, we just don't have time. And every now and then we'll push a mower over it and, whatever. So this year comes around and we start getting into a few weeks into spring. Now we're kind of starting to spill into a summer.
And shit tons of rain.
And Phil and Bev's yard looks like a carpet.
It looks like a beautiful, lush green carpet.
You could putt on this fucking front yard next door to us.
Yeah.
And I'm standing out there on my porch now looking at my mess. My front yard's almost as bad as my back, but not quite. And I'm just like, this is awful. Right. And the lady that lives next door to us on the other side, she doesn't use Classic Lawns. She does it all herself. But she's out there mowing. She's
retired. She has the
pruning
time.
And cutting. And I mean, hers looks pretty great too. But it's still, we've been living next to this lady for like 3 years. 5 years. And her and her daughter are out there mowing and pruning and clipping like twice a week. Yeah. And their yard still does not look like the carpet that Classic Lawns has created over here. I'm talking, it looks like they laid fake grass in their front yard.
It looks like sod.
We also have gumball trees.
Yes.
And all their gumballs are gone. They're vacuumed up. They're swept up. It is an absolute sight to see.
It's beautiful.
So
it's beautiful.
I'm sitting up.
Joshua says, I can attest the lawn looks good. That's right.
And so, yeah, I just finally broke down and I texted him a couple of days ago.
Carrie.
Yeah. And I was just like, all right.
Help.
Fine. Take over. Well, because I bumped into him at Shuffle the night of the Violet show. And he was like, dude, you need to hook me up, doing your lawn. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I can afford to pay for lawn care, this and that and that. And he's like, oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, my stuff's bad. And he turns right to me square in the face without a grin, not a smile, not nothing. He looks me right in my eyes and he says, I've seen your backyard. And I was like,
oh, okay.
Oh. He had the power of the Lord in his eyes.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've seen your backyard. I was like, okay. Ha ha, hee hee, funny. So then about 3 days later, I'm on my front porch and I'm like, I can't take it anymore. Yep. So I texted him. I was like, hey, go ahead and get started. So that happens any day now. So I thought in celebration and, because Classic Lawns is they are a sponsor of our show. We picked up Classic Lawns and Bud Light, and we're still working on Kellogg's.
I'm working on
They're
White Claw.
They're supposed to email me back. Yeah, White Claw's gonna.
White Claw.
Yeah, we got some big news. Big news. Lots of sponsors. We're going to end up having so many sponsor logos on our screen that you won't even be able to see us.
It's going to look like ESPN. We're going to have all kinds of stuff happening. But I wanted to go back to what I said. While you were getting that picture, I almost said something. I didn't know if you were going to incorporate this into your story. So now I'm going to say, he came back by, Carrie came back by and assessed the situation and actually said, hey, you've got a really great patch of wild violets in your front yard. And it was always really pretty purple flowers, but I never knew that was a thing. And so he sends a picture, and it literally looks like just a vine across our whole front yard. And then I'm working out with my trainer, and I show her this picture, and she goes, oh my gosh, you could make a tea with those violets, and it would be this antioxidant mixture. And I'm just like, oh my God. She's like, it'll taste like crap, but before he gets rid of those, go gather them up, and we'll make a tea.
You have so many nutrients.
And yes, she said, and I showed her a picture of the backyard, and she was more impressed with the nutrients that were in the backyard than what was actually the mess. She's like, oh, that's a blah, blah, blah. And if you boil this down and you do this and you do that.
So apparently it's good stuff, but even the dogs can't even squat to take a shit. It's so bad.
Yeah. It's awful. The poor things. They're like, I don't even know. They're starting to poop closer to the house.
Yeah, if I look out there when they're out there, all I can see on a Great Dane, see is the top of his ears.
Just his head.
He just walks through it like it's hilarious.
Patsy disappears when she goes poo because she squats down and she's only she's still a golden retriever, so it's
taller than the dogs.
She's this tall, and the weeds anyway. So Carrie and Classic Lawns are going to take care of us. And we have no idea what the damages are going to be financially, but we don't care at this point.
And it's going to be awesome.
And they're local. And they support live music, and they always have the best booth at all these chili cook-offs and stuff. So there's that little
super fun. So you guys, if you need some great lawn care, some great customer service, and you want to look like carpet, then
Look what Brian says.
the only reason I'm watching is so I can see it, so I can see the audio Rose Popo come and arrest you.
Well, I tell you what, I think we were acquitted on Monday. Actually.
I don't know. Maybe they're still coming for us.
I feel like we were acquitted.
Maybe they're still coming.
You know, maybe a civil lawsuit or something.
But I tell you what.
You tell me what. Tell us what.
Another thing we're going to bring back actually this week. I don't know why we stopped doing it. I think we just kind of forgot because we don't make notes.
Because we don't.
But we're going to play some.
We don't plan.
We're going to play some trivia later.
Yes, we are. I don't even know what the question is. So
give away
cool.
some cool stuff.
Yay.
Brian says MMM was great. Thank you so much, Brian. We had a fun one on that one. Stephanie Cagle says the boobies look amazing.
Thank you, Stephanie.
They look amazing. Always
Always.
Team Dan. He is amazing and glad he is your prince.
He is absolutely my prince. I'm assuming everybody saw the birthday pics that I posted and everything like that. So it was a fantastic, beautiful birthday weekend. What?
Joshua Poole said Dan and Tara's holistic herbal backyard remedies.
See, that's what it is. It's not a messy backyard. We're doing this on and it's all fertilized with dog poop. And it's a special blend of golden retriever and Great Dane dog poop that makes these herbs grow and the nutrients.
If Carrie's watching,
are
he might
richer.
not want to know all that.
What?
If Carrie's watching,
He might not want to know all that. Well, he'll find out. Because you
I
can't.
doubt he's going to come do it himself.
I know. Because
But anyway, I'm looking forward to showing you some after pictures
Yes.
of maybe like right before winter hits.
Right.
See if they did any better of a job than what it is
yes, I am,
now.
Stephanie. Stephanie says Tara is #Team Dan. Yes,
Which
I am.
I'm guessing they will.
Right. Organic remedies, absolutely, and that's what our backyard is all about.
So what else we got
You know.
going, man?
I don't know. What do we got going?
How's everyone else's week?
Tell us how you're doing. Give us something.
I'm just getting here. Y'all nasty.
Yeah, we are. You know this by now, Jared. Jeez, oh, pizza place.
What's he saying we're nasty about?
I don't know.
Did he get here soon enough
I think he
to
came
see
on
the
right when I
picture
was
of our
saying
backyard?
dog poop. I think that's when he
Oh,
came
when
on.
we were talking about all the dog
And I
poop
said,
in our
at
backyard.
least I didn't say dog shit. I kept it kind
Dude,
of.
it gets so overwhelming. I'm just like, fuck it, just leave it out there. I don't care.
Oh, right.
I don't have kids that play in the yard anymore anyway.
Got to get that yard looking good for the Dan Fritz for President campaign signs.
Oh, that is true.
Mhm. Yeah, Jared says he heard dog poop.
I heard dog poop.
Well, you missed the picture of our backyard, our beautiful,
I heard
glorious
about
backyard.
pupe. P-E-W-P.
Puke.
Shells like hamburgers and threesomes.
Hamburgers
Still
and
waiting on that
threesomes.
story.
What?
man.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Bev actually said that they ate at Eris Pizza yesterday, and let me tell you why that's kind of cool.
Is that
I
another
will
sponsor of the
quickly-
show?
We Eris Pizza is sponsoring our show now,
Yeah.
which is really cool. So we've got Bud Light, Eris Pizza, and Classic Lawns. They are all sponsors. Anyway, here's the picture just for Jared
wanted to see it again. That's our backyard, bro.
to
That's our
show, and that
backyard.
doesn't even do it any
No, that actually looks
justice.
kind of cool. It looks like a forest somewhere.
It's like 4 feet deep.
yeah.
Went on. Kimberly went on a 3-hour hike today at Roaring River. I love Roaring River. We love Roaring River.
Oh yeah.
That's all for the week. Summer break is for laziness.
Yay! And
There
I saw
you
your
go.
pictures. They were beautiful. They were beautiful, Kimberly.
But anyway, why it's kind of neat that Bev is talking about going to Eris Pizza. We talked about it on the Monday morning medication and just thought we would. Yeah, Jared, our lawnmower is Classic Lawns. That's why I've got his shirt on. We just told that story, but
Yeah.
you missed it.
But you missed it.
But anyway, is because we did something totally different for Tara's birthday last Friday, which was
Yes.
actually, we would have to both leave the show to go take that
yeah,
picture.
we'd have to leave you all hanging here for a second to take that picture.
But anyway, we'll maybe do that and put it on the Screamers group.
That's right. The Screamers and Dreamers group.
So anyway, is because last Friday we did this fun little idea, and we've done this before with some other birthdays in our life, but we did it with Tara's birthday last Friday. We did a like a potluck.
Yeah.
You do like a potluck because, going out to dinner is like, I am so sick and tired of going out to dinner, especially for someone's birthday. And I already have gone on this rant a little bit on Monday morning, but because it's like so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And you got to wait like an hour to get in if you go to any place halfway decent. And then they sit you at a table that's really long. 7, 8 people show up usually for a birthday dinner. And then nobody can really talk to each other because it's either too loud in the place or you're literally sitting, 10 feet away from whoever's birthday it is.
So the birthday person gets to talk to whoever's right next to him.
Yeah, which I just think is just goofy as shit. And then it also is like so damn expensive.
Yes.
Every couple that shows up is going to drop $150 if it's a good place.
Yep.
So it's like, you know what? Fuck all that. Let's do like a potluck, but not homemade.
Right.
Because homemade, I get it. That's fun too.
It's awesome.
I've got nothing against it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But this is like totally different where everybody goes, like we pick a theme, which Friday night was Italian. Mm-hmm. And we pick a theme, and then all the guests that are going to come to your birthday, they go buy something from these different places. We all put it in one big kitchen island tabletop. Then you go around and you kind of enjoy it like a regular potluck dinner. But you get to kind of taste some things from places in town that maybe you haven't tasted before. Yeah. So one of the things that Phil and Bev, which is Tara's dad, they brought was a Hercules pizza from Eris, which is Tara and I both, but it was because it's her birthday. It's her favorite pizza in town at Eris. I'm telling you, it is so fucking good. Did I mention that Eris is one of our sponsors?
Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
They're a sponsor. And Emos is one of our sponsors. And who else sponsors us?
Who else?
Garbo's.
Garbo's. That's right.
And so we got all these sponsors last week. We've just got so many sponsors now that it's just been difficult to just catch up with them. There's just so many sponsors. But anyway, so now, there's people that were at your party that are going and having dinner at Eris.
That's what
was
Bev
that
said.
Tonight or last night? What did she say?
She said today, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, they went and had Eris for dinner tonight because your birthday was the first time they had ever tried their food.
That's right. And so that caused them to go and patronize that restaurant, which was freaking fantastic. Thank you for patronizing one of our sponsors.
That's right.
That's right.
Joshua Poole says if you're not getting enough Joshua Poole, he's going to be playing this weekend at Archie's with Identity Crisis, Friday and Saturday. And then, of course, he'll be on the Audio Rose podcast
Get
on
your
Sunday.
fill of some Joshua Poole. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Jared says you've always got Audio Roast as your sponsor. Audio Roast sponsors our podcast.
They do.
They do. Playing our commercials and getting shit on for a year solid.
That's right. Whoop, whoop. And now you know what?
Oh, and getting shit on. Oh,
absolutely.
I don't shit on Jared no more.
No?
No way.
That's gross.
No way.
You said shit, and now he was like all disgusted by dog poop, and now you're saying
no, he's disgusted by dog poop.
I know, but you're
he's
saying,
not disgusted about the word poop or whether it was a cuss word or not. Like actual
but you're
mushy
saying,
dog poop that you like would squish in your fingers. That's disgusting.
I know, but you're saying you don't shit on Jared anymore, and that's pretty gross. That visual is gross.
Well, don't visualize it. Stop visualizing it.
I'm just saying, yes, getting shit on for a whole year. You know what's funny is that we sponsor you sponsor us and we sponsor you because I think we mention your podcast more than we mention anything else in this town. So yeah, that's true. Why would you squish it in your fingers? You're nasty.
Why would you squish it in your fingers? You nasty.
And Joshua says, not only do we sponsor, we patronize and judge you as well.
You know, I claim
That's true.
very strongly that I think I have a story for everything.
Boop. Sounds like I just got here just in time. That's right, Mike McCord. Why do you
Real
have Pa Ingalls as your freaking picture?
For everything.
Really?
And believe it or not,
Do you have a dog poop story?
I have a squish poop in your fingers story.
Oh boy.
But I'm not going to tell it.
Oh, really?
No.
Why don't we go back to this?
Can we talk about Tara's boobs again? Jesus Jones! Yes, we can. Let's get off of the poop. Why did that even get brought up?
Because
you probably brought it up like you did that fucking true crime story you brought up on Monday morning 4 weeks ago.
I know. That was horrible.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
You're so weird.
I'm surprised nobody said anything about my makeup.
Who cares about your makeup?
Because I wanted to say why my makeup looks different tonight, but nobody's saying anything, so I can't say why.
Why does your makeup look different?
Because
tonight?
I was watching a freaking YouTube video of a porn star,
Yeah.
and I was digging her makeup, and I was like, how do I do that? That's all. That it was just. So I just tried it with, They say 50-year-olds and up shouldn't wear sparkles on their eyes, but I was like, I like her makeup, so I'm gonna do my makeup like a porn star.
That's great.
So anyway, well, thank you, Bev. Bev says my makeup always looks good. Shell says, Corrine says, you said you were dolled up when you first appeared. Yeah, appeared, got you. Yeah, so Stephanie says, yes, I'm still celebrating my birthday. Of course, it's birthday month. All of June.
A little bit.
All of June-ish, because Saturday was a big day for my birthday as well, which I put up a gigantic post on Facebook about what you did for my birthday, and we talked about it on Monday Morning Medication, so I'm going to make it brief. For those of you who didn't listen to that, you need to go back and listen. You just need to go listen. But we decided to go visit my best friend Kathy's grave. She passed in 1999. And just hang out and have a cookout and set up the tent, not the tent, but the awning, and just kind of sit there and have a cookout and drink some hot damn in her honor. And so that's what I thought was happening. Well, short story, people started arriving. People from here, and it's 2 hours away. So Mama Gail and Jim showed up, Kimberly Nutter Butter Utter showed up, Corrine and Shell showed up, and we had this wonderful hangout at the gravesite. And then we finally got a hold of my best friend Kathy's daughter, Jamie Lynn, and she showed up as well and hung out with us for another couple hours after everybody was starting to leave. So it was fantastic. Once again, hashtag Team Dan. He does it again and surprises me. And I told him he's off the hook for shit like this, and he still did it. So thank you, baby.
Oh, you're welcome. It was fun. And you can hear all about it on Monday morning.
That's right.
Medication about the little doggy that got stoned out of his mind.
That's right. So you have to listen to Monday Morning Medication for that. That's true.
Joshua Poole says that poopy stories are 25% of his life.
Is it farther up?
I don't know where it's at. Oh gosh, it was somewhere. I thought it was recently here.
Recent down here.
I work in direct care. Poop stories is at least 25% of my work experience.
Why is human poop so much worse than dog poop though?
Is it?
It's way worse.
Because of what they eat. They just eat that dry food. Yeah. And so their poop just kind of comes out and
it just crumbles and goes away.
Solid, and it's not quite that bad. We're out there eating pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep talking about poop, for Christ's sakes.
Terry Jones says, I wonder why you look different in a great way, but I thought I was just getting drunk and perverted again. No, it's because I look like a porn star. I got porn star makeup on. Thanks, Terry Jones. That's right. Oh, so funny. Shell says,
Corrine celebrates the whole month until my birthday. So, Tara, you get the whole month of June. And she also said it was such an honor to spend that time with us.
So sweet. So you guys were awesome.
It was a neat thing. In fact, I'll be doing it again this month in St. Louis.
That's right.
We always go do a very similar thing with my dad, with Pops. I never called him Pops.
No, you never called him Pops.
I don't call him Pops.
That's right.
But anyway, my dad passed away on June 20th in 2006, which was the day after Father's Day. And this year...
It's on Father's Day.
It's actually on Father's Day. Mm-hmm. So we will be up there with the gazebo out, the awning, whatever you want to call it.
Spinning his Sweet 16.
Spinning cuts and...
spinning his Sweet 16, which brings us back to that, which we've never followed through on.
And probably drinking and grilling out in the whole bit.
Brian Betancourt says, you know what the best thing about driving out across Arizona is? I can listen to the Screamers talk about poop.
Yay!
Whoop, 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 whoop. It's the poop show.
Never thought we'd talk about poop, huh?
Not this much. At least we're saying poop. Cindy Lucas says, I am 50 and I'm wearing sparkly eyeshadow. Hashtag glitter.
Well, good for you, Cindy.
Good for you. That's awesome.
You should wear sparkly eyeshadow.
Earlier on, Jared was like teasing me because I was like, why is Mike McCorder's profile picture Pa Ingalls? And Jared said something like, if you'd listen and watch the audio roast, you would understand. But like, I'm sorry, I work. I work weekends a lot, and so yeah, it didn't happen this week. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, I see. Nothing. I like that. Very much. What you've got in your hand there. That's cool. But it's nothing. He says it's nothing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I just...
I love typos. Bev, this is cute. Sparkles are a furl's best friend at any age. I know you mean girls. That's funny. I love typos. Y'all want some pics? I got them. Wait. Okay, we've skipped a few minutes.
Hey, that's gross, Joshua.
What are we talking about? Pics of poop? I don't want pics of poop. We talk about poops.
Actually, I am going to spin some cuts.
Jared says, look out, folks.
You
He's
big
gonna
jerk.
Spin some cuts. That just gets under Jared's skin. I don't know why.
I know. It's so silly.
We're literally spinning cuts, though. Look
because
at this.
it makes
Look.
him feel like an elitist, like he knows the lingo and blah, 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 blah. What was that movie that was like, I'm an elitist and I know what spinning a cut is. Dear Lord. Anyway.
You got a towel. Awesome.
That means I know more about music than you. Anyway, who cares? So,
Julie Lake,
this is funny because now that I'm set up to play it, this is an old. There's a story about both sides of this record, which yes is local, not really local. It was St. Louis.
Joshua Poole's asking Black Midi.
No.
Not today. Not today.
No.
So Jared's asking, so you're admitting you've been wrong this whole time?
No, I'm not wrong at all.
Not at all.
I'm not wrong at all. It's not a technicality. That's like saying, I don't know, something is cool. Like, oh man, look at that car. That's cool. It's like, well, cool has to do with temperature.
And that would be
So
hot.
temperature is like, it's something's
if the
either
car's
hot or
running-
it's cool. So technically, you're actually wrong to say that car is cool because it doesn't really represent temperature at all. It's just actually a car. And so technically, you're using the word cool wrong. Shut up. All right, now listen.
See how we treat them?
Oh, I'm shitting on him after he's sitting there like, you're wrong. You're wrong about everything.
Yep.
Okay, this was done in 1973.
1973. Wow.
Well, let me make sure that's
You
right.
got two drinks open.
Yeah, it was in 73, and my parents actually paid for this to get done in St. Louis. This was produced by Jim Ralston. Okay. And it was a friend of my dad's. His name was Russ Marks. And Russ is no longer with us. But Don Carroll also played on this. And he is still with us.
Yes, he
we
is.
actually just partied with him last year.
Yes, we did.
And so what had happened, I've actually told the story on the show before, that when Anheuser-Busch went on strike back in the early 70s, Russ had actually taken a song of, who's the original song? Mama Tried.
It's Merle Haggard.
Huh?
Merle Haggard.
Yeah, Merle Haggard did that song, Mama Tried. You guys know that song, right? Like, last thing I remember, no, however it goes. I don't even know the Merle Haggard song as much as I know this one. So Russ goes in, he rewrites the song. Okay, it's the same tune, but it's different lyrics.
Yeah.
And it was written to Augie Busch, who was the owner of Anheuser-Busch at the time. And it's this like real sort of super sarcastic, super like fuck you kind of a anthem.
Sort of a protest in a way.
Kind of a protest because the strike, you can look it up. The strike from Anheuser-Busch in
Yeah.
the early 70s was a huge
big deal.
because it was like putting the hurt on drinking in general,
Right.
like nationwide at the very
in
least.
1973.
And it was a big deal because the employees felt like they were getting screwed over and they were going to fight back.
Yeah.
So this guy rewrites the words to Mama Tried. My dad pays to go have the song recorded by Jim Ralston. And they print these records, these 45s. And there was boxes of them. I grew up with boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of these damn things because they were just handing them out. And they would set record players up on the parking lot out in front of Anheuser-Busch, and they would play this song over and over and over and over again through the biggest PA system they could find to play it through. Then they get picked up by the local news in St. Louis, and they find out about this song.
Yeah.
And so they're interviewing some of the workers from the brewery, which is where my dad worked nearly his whole life. And they're telling their story from their side. And the news, the local St. Louis news, played this song on their broadcast. And Augie Bush himself lost his shit. And he was calling the president of the TV station and telling them, you sons of bitches, after all I have done for this city, after everything I've done with, you sons of bitches played that song on the news and it blew up. August Bush probably knew my dad by first name because he knew he was behind it. And Russ Marks actually did not work at the brewery.
Right.
He was just a musician.
But Don did. Did Don?
Don worked at the brewery, yes.
And Don played guitar on
So
it.
they were scared to death. They were going to get shit canned. And now it's on the local news and the song starts blowing up. This is 1973, bro. I was actually at the strike of the Anheuser-Busch in the early 70s. I would have been 2 years old.
Yeah.
I think my mom even got interviewed on the local news while I was in the stroller. I was still in a stroller downtown St. Louis, right in front of Anheuser-Busch Brewery, and my mom got interviewed on the local news, and everybody was talking about this song. And it's fucking hilarious.
You gonna spin it?
And I can spin it. And I'll tell the story about the other side, which is almost just as good. This is so great. Russ Marks doing Augie Tried. I've had this record basically my whole life.
Yes.
I'll be 50 this year, and I have owned this 45 for 48 years. So it's probably going to sound a little crackly.
Maybe. But that's vinyl for you, too.
Please know how fucking big this song got locally in St. Louis.
Look it up. God. You can look it up.
You might not be able to look it up. This is way, way, way before internet or anything like that.
Yeah.
So you can look the strike up, and I don't know if you'll find any info on this song or not, but it was very...
Play it. Oh, listen to that. Listen to how crackly it is. Oh, it's so good.
Come on.
You're on the edge.
Maybe I'm on the edge.
Yep.
Hold on.
There you go.
There we go. This is so good.
Here it comes.
Whoop.
Oh, I was going to say, you got to put it on.
Last thing I remember knowing was our contract stopped growing. I knew that striking time was soon to come. The union boss said, you keep walking, and I'll do all the talking. No one could change my mind, but I'll get tried. No more beer cans, no more tabs. We keep chasing off the scabs. The hours of the day go by so slow.
The scabs,
With
I
our
love that.
children and our wives, we've all spent picket time. No one could change my mind, but I'll get
The
tried.
snare's only in the right.
We'll put 21 long hours in the workhouse if we must.
Then that's where it's
No
at.
one could change our mind, but I'll get tried. Let him try. Let him try to put one on us, but our union's just too tough. No one could change our mind, but I'll get tried. Sir, you'd better think, if this town is gonna drink, it's because we stayed and met you face to face.
Oh,
You
yeah.
call us a bunch of yokels, but you cannot fight our locals. And this time, sir, you're gonna lose your race. We'll put 21 long hours in the workhouse if we must. No one could change our mind, but Augie tried. Let him try to put one on us, 'cause our union's just too tough. No one could change our mind, but Augie tried.
Augie tried.
We'll put 21 long hours in the workhouse if we must. No one could change our mind, but Augie tried. No one could change our mind, but Augie tried.
So good! Woo!
There it is. Oh man.
Oh, they loved it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Damn, Mrs. Cullum, he would have been a great AM DJ.
That's
Right on.
That's
Oh, I'm glad you guys loved that. That was really cool. Fucking A, man.
It was so fun.
I love it.
So fun. So here's what's even funnier. Obviously, when you do a 45,
Oh, wow.
you sort of need
You've got to have
two sides, right?
sides.
So my dad's like, hey, do you have an original? Like, well, this. I mean, the lyrics were, but you know, it's like a redo of Mama Tried. So it's like, it was just kind of done as something fun. Do you have a song that's actually your own? And we'll go ahead and cut another song
Gotta have a flip side.
so that you've got something on the other side. So Russ is like, well, yeah, I actually do. Now, here's what's fucking hilarious about this. And it actually didn't hit me until today as I was getting this record out to play it for everyone today.
Really?
He wrote this song called Watson Road Weekend. And basically, it's just about him and his buddy going out drinking.
Totally. That just hit you today?
No, it didn't. It'd be like I didn't know.
Oh.
I just grew up with it. This song's been in my life for 48 fucking years.
Gotcha.
So I've just been like, oh yeah, Watson Road Weekend. And I'm just like, if I went and partied with my friends over at Shuffle and then like we bounced over to the Riff and we like partied with like, you know, the Dirty Saints over there. And then like Saturday night, we go out and we see Violet over at like fucking some place we're partying and we're hammered and we're hungover and we're like, you know, everything else. And then I come home and I'm like, I'm going to write a song about that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what this is. Yeah. Or day
Like,
drinking.
what a weird thing to write a song about.
Day drinking at WF's or Bob and Ike's.
Yeah,
or
it's really
something.
more about day
It's
drinking.
Day drinking. It's more happy hour day drinking type.
Happy
idea.
hour day drinking. They spent the whole weekend on Watson Road,
Yeah.
which Watson Road is a real street in St. Louis. It's in South City, and it does have it, especially back then. Some of them are still there, but this was a long time ago. It's a whole like there's really cool bars on Watson Road, like all down the road.
Yes.
So it was kind of, especially my family, my upbringing, it was very normal for my grandpa or my dad or any of his buddies to hit Watson Road, and they would drink at a place for a little while, and then they'd bump over to another cool place.
Yeah.
There was a place called Schultz's. There was a place, all these things. And so Watson Road was a place that would happen.
That's right.
So Russ wrote this song called Watson Road Weekend. So what we're going to do on, probably for patrons, I don't know if we'll be able to get to it this weekend.
Maybe not this weekend.
I won't have time.
No.
But I think we'll get together, maybe with Don Carroll, who played guitar on this. And we might get my older brother, my brothers, if they want to, get involved. And we'll
have
film
ourselves a Watson
an
Road.
actual Watson Road. So this was the B-side to the Augie Tried, an original song by Russ Marks. It's so delish.
It's got some great stuff. You got to listen to the lyrics. Oh,
About day drinking.
listen to the crackle of the vinyl. Oh, I love it.
You guys
It's
say
been
that every
a
time?
Watson Road weekend for my buddy Dave and me. Well, we started out at Keaton's, but we left about 3:30. Oh, we tour old Happy Hollow, but we never venture far. So if you ever need us, darlings, we'll be sitting at the bar.
You ever need us, darlings?
We listen to the jukebox and we play John Denver songs, and we say we should be heading home, oh, before too long. Then the phone rings.
A real phone.
No, it's not for us, and we sigh in pure relief. We stare out through the window and go to Schultz's across the street. Well, we leave that pickup sitting on the parking lot out back. We got a couple ice cold six-packs on the seat in a brown sack. Well, when we get home, we're gonna ice them up, we're gonna turn on the TV. It's been a Watson Road weekend for my buddy Dave and me. It's been a Watson Road weekend for my buddy Dave and me.
Listen to this. This is great.
Boy, it sure has been a long day. What time you got, Dave?
Oh man, my wife's gonna kill me.
It's been a Watson Road weekend for my buddy Dave and me.
I see you, Russ.
Woo!
Holy
Yay,
crap.
so good.
Oh, man, my wife's going to kill
My
me.
wife's gonna kill me. Terry Jones, this seriously sounds like every time I visit Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, man. I didn't want to talk over the song, but there's a line in there about being at the bar and hearing the phone ring.
Yeah.
And this was a real thing. Like, I know some of you know this, but it's just hilarious.
Because we all have cell phones
I'm not schooling you on anything new here, but back in the early 70s, these dudes would all be at the bar drinking, and the phone would literally ring at the bar, kind of like The Simpsons.
Right? Like The
And
Simpsons.
And as soon as it would ring, all the dudes at the bar were like staring at the bartender. And find out whose wife was calling.
Right.
To figure out where the hell they are. That whole scene about what the Simpsons do, like where he's always when it wasn't Bart playing a joke, that was real shit, man.
Terry gives it 5 shot glasses. Oh, wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast.
Hey, but you gave him shot glasses. That's better than the fucking.
That'll work.
See,
Anyway.
on our podcast, it's 5 shot glasses.
Oh my God, Watson Road
Fantastic.
weekend. I'll tell you what.
So good. So good. I'm glad you shared that. That was really cool.
We are going to be in the direction of St. Louis this week, but I don't know if we'll make it all the way to Watson Road or not. But
Joshua, always the bring us back down. What a charming song about binge drinking. I don't think it was a binge because I don't think they ever stopped drinking.
when they got the call at the bar and then they sighed in sweet relief because it wasn't their wife calling.
It wasn't their wife.
That's when they decided to go to Schultz's across the street.
Right. So, shit. Let's keep dodging. Oh my God. So funny. Cindy Lucas says, awesome song. Sums up the 70s perfectly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Russ Marks made the internet for the first time today. Right
That's
here
right. That's
live.
right. Uh-huh.
Holy crap.
Oh, this is funny. Terry Jones says, Stephanie Cagle, I'll have to put your address on my GPS. And that's because Stephanie Cagle says, it's always 5 o'clock in my backyard.
No, that's right. That's
She
true.
was day drinking earlier, she says. Uh-huh.
Good.
She was just day drinking yesterday at my pool. Yeah.
You'll be seeing a lot more of this. We are going to start bringing in a lot more. Well, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do because Jared will steal my ideas. But just keep watching and you'll pick up on what I was just getting ready to say. Let's go ahead and move on to end the show here. Let's do
ending the
some.
show?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Already?
We're at an hour. We could go a little longer. Stephanie said boot jeep
Boot
one
jeep
day,
one
and
day.
that is still a thing.
It is
We were
still.
supposed to go last fall.
I know.
Maybe we need
No.
to try to force ourselves to go this fall.
We need to force ourselves? I don't think it's forcing ourselves. What we need to force is
We
just...
do have to force ourselves to take
Yeah.
a break. Otherwise, you and I will work until we literally die.
It's true. We discussed that today.
So
time.
anyway,
But yes.
sometimes we
absolutely.
play a little trivia. The trivia is very, very specific about our podcast, just so that some of you guys know these live shows on Thursday night is not what we really do. This is just kind of fun.
This is a virtual
We
party.
like to get together and loosen up and not worry about,
That's right, Stephanie. Fuck COVID.
focusing and editing. And oh my gosh, Jared could probably tell you too. The editing that we are doing and that Jared is also, the editing. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. And it's worth it though. Worth every second
it's
of it.
totally worth it. Yes.
To put out some of these conversations, which if we haven't mentioned it yet on today's show, please go catch that freaking, that guy.
What are you talking about?
Jimmy Fortune, man.
Oh, right.
Telling
I got you. Yeah.
Where's this week's Tara's Interrupted? Oh, yeah, maybe we ought to try to squeeze that in, too.
I got one. It's a very short one, so we can squeeze it in.
Or did the sponsors segment, the sponsors bit.
Sponsors segment, the sponsors bit.
We are also sponsored
But what the hell is that? I've never.
By Jim Ralston.
Oh, okay. Is he still with us?
Big time producer in St. Louis, sponsors the Unsung Dreamers podcast.
You've realized, Jared, I think, realizes that we haven't done Terra uninterrupted. I can't even say it, uninterrupted for like a few weeks. Mm-hmm.
I know, but he's saying we need to bring it back.
Mm-hmm. Hours, folks. Hours.
Oh, yeah, the editing. It's unbelievable.
It's incredible.
And he does even more than us because he does a lot of that artwork and graphics and stuff. We don't do near as much of that kind of stuff.
You do plenty of editing for the actual podcast.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
And the Monday morning and...
but it's totally worth it. What I was saying is it's totally worth it. It's great. And so just as a breather and as like a stress release, we do these Thursday night live shows just to hang out with our friends here, and we all shoot the shit and we all have some fun and things like that. Play some music, do some dumb stuff. It doesn't matter. We specifically don't want structure for our Thursday night shows because this really is not what we ultimately do. Yeah. The interviews and conversations that we have with our guests, whether they be local or not, and telling the stories, and now whether they're even musicians or not, getting the stories of people that may be unknown but still have a fascinating story. We release once a month now. We finally got a rhythm that makes the most sense to us. Yes. Right now, Jimmy Fortune is our featured guest that we have for the entire month. Coming up this month will be Sade Shine. Sade Shine's a hell of a soul singer. Oh. She actually performs as Aretha Franklin down in Branson. Mm-hmm. She used to be Ursula in the Broadway production of Little Mermaid. I don't think it was actually on Broadway, but it was. I think it was at the Grand Palace.
Right, it was in Branson, but still.
But it was a Broadway type show. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but anyway, she was Ursula in that, and just a belter, man.
She's fantastic.
One of the funnest interviews. She brought a posse over, which was fucking great.
She did.
There was like 5 people in here while we were doing her interview, and we had a really, really fun time with her, and she'll be coming out in just shortly. We try to hit somewhere around the 15th. Right. So that should be about 5 or 6 days from now. We will switch over from Jimmy Fortune. We had a wonderful month with him, and now we'll be moving into Sade Shine.
Do you want to talk about the next couple of months, or you want to just stop there?
Yeah, no, because otherwise it'll look like we talk about it all the time. We've already said Cassandra Carson's going to be next month. We've already said that like 6 times.
Well, did we say on this show or what? I don't know. Hang on. Uh-oh.
Okay, now you're doing this?
It's time. Oh, my gosh.
We can't do hand claps anymore because we're using different equipment.
Right, so we can't
So I'll hand clap. Yay. Terra interrupted.
We don't have the bird crickets anymore.
Yeah, no more
So
of that.
this is going to be a very, very short edition of Terra Uninterrupted. I just want to, it's actually more of a question. It's actually more of a question that I want to put out there, mostly to the ladies, but gentlemen with the long hair, you'll understand this as well. Where do all the fucking hair ties go? Where do they go? Where do they go? Where do they go? We buy this thing of 50 hair ties on a thing, and I've got like 3. I've got 3 hair ties laying around this house. I have to search for a hair tie. Where do they go? Where do they go? Please answer me that super quick. Terra Uninterrupted. This has been Terra Uninterrupted. Done. Where do the hair ties go? Tell me.
I thought you were done.
I am done. He interrupted me. See what he did?
No, I didn't. You said I'm done, and I didn't talk until after you said I'm done.
That's true. So I would love to know where the hair ties go. Where have all the hair ties
I would like to know, where do the hair ties go?
Cats. Shell says cats.
No, we don't have cats anymore, though.
Don't have cats anymore.
Hair ties are under
the car seat and behind the toilet. I haven't checked there. We put them on our wrists and our purse and lose them, or at work. They're gone. They're just fucking gone. We buy a package of 100 of them. Oh my God. Yes. Had a ton of hair ties when my hair was long, a specific bowl for them, never did find them.
Shell says nightstand.
Nightstand. I have 1 on my nightstand. 1.
Maybe you ought to look in the drawer.
I haven't opened that drawer in a long time.
Maybe that's where they're all at.
Maybe that's where they're at. But you buy a package of 50 or 100 at a time, and I have like 3 around the house. Where are they? Joshua says that magical portal in the land of Narnia.
They could be there.
I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
They also could be in the Great Dane's poop.
Jared says, I've never understood this missing hair ties thing. I have them all over the place. They end up all on my headboard. If I was at Heim, I'd submit a pic because it's pretty funny, actually. I know he meant home. That's funny. So, but of course...
Yeah, but don't we all know there's something about gay guys that are just so organized.
They're so organized
they're so
and
clean,
meticulous.
They're meticulous. They cook well. They dress well. They smell
always
good.
Clean. They're always clean.
They're just, that's what, they're so strong at that kind of stuff.
Shell
so
says...
of course he has all of his hair ties.
Shell says they're at Shuffle.
They might be Shuffle too.
That's true. Mice playing slingshot with them until they find an abyss. That's quite possible.
Oh, have I got a mouse story for you?
Oh, no. Stephanie says, it's like the socks that you lose in the laundry. Yeah, I don't know where the hair ties are gone.
For those of you who listen to the Monday morning medication.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, it's a totally different show, and we tell great stories on there. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we released an episode where I talked about killing a bunch of mice bastards in my house. I have no issues doing it.
I hate it.
Sorry if you think less of me for that. But I already told the story on the Monday morning, and I explained my reasoning for why I hate them mice bastards, and I have no problem snapping their bastard necks in my traps, okay? I don't care.
Hate it, but it's necessary.
I don't care when they chew my yearbook up that Stephanie Morlock wrote pages to me of how much she thought I was funny and cute, and now it's ruined because of them mice bastards. I have no problem setting traps and killing them little bastards. So, on the Monday morning medication, though, I went into an entire rant about how unbelievably accurate the mouse traps, the basic bitch wooden little platform, snappity snap thingy.
Done.
How accurate they are. They always win, always. Like they just, bam, they get them motherfuckers, and 99.9% of the time, they work. They just work.
And there's that phrase, build a better mousetrap. You can't build a better mousetrap because there's no such thing.
Yeah. Stephanie says, kill the awful shits. That's what I'm saying. So I have no problem with it, right?
The eating awful shits.
Huh?
Kill the eating awful shits.
So, but my whole rant was about how mouse traps never fail.
Never fail.
They never fail. Like it's so rare for one of them to snap and you didn't get a mouse. It's just, I can't believe that invention, which we looked up the info, the patent was originally taken out on it in the late 1800s.
Right.
And that same design are still here to this day, and they're kicking ass. So, anyway, literally, I'm telling you, literally, this is how my effing life is. This is how God treats me. And I think it's funny. It's funny.
It's really funny.
I went into a 20-minute rant about how incredibly accurate these mouse traps have been since like 1886 when they first got patented, or 1860. I don't know what it was. We get done recording Monday morning medication. I get up from the studio chair.
From this very rant that you just
did. In this very rant, and we walk into the vocal booth of our studio, which we had a couple of traps set.
I found it.
We open the door, and there is this fat motherfucker, and he's just sitting in kind of like this football position, like this squatting football position. And he's not in a trap.
No.
But he's also not running away.
But
so
one of the traps is snapped.
And one of the traps is snapped.
And he's sitting there just like...
And every time you see a mouse, they just go scurvying. They go running for their lives. This dude's right in the middle of the floor.
He's up on his haunches with his paws
and he's
like
kind
this.
of on his back like this. And this the fucking trap is snapped.
About 8 inches from him.
And he's just sitting there like, you motherfucker. He was a big dude too.
He was a big mouse. He was big and fat. Oh my God.
So
But I kept
dude,
looking at him.
he was just hurting. He was just like, oh, goddamn. And he would not run away. We actually even got down on our hands and knees and was trying to look at him and put our hands close to see if he would run away. He wasn't running away.
I went in there at one point and I looked in there and I saw him and he's just sitting there in this pose. And I could imagine if there was a microphone, that's what it would sound like.
Oh, it totally was.
And he would look at me, like he wouldn't look at me. He would just look and he'd blink. But then I noticed when I looked around to the other side, his right eye wouldn't blink. And he had this big freaking mark across his nose.
He got whacked by that trap and
Something
somehow got
happened.
out.
Something happened.
And
The
he
freaking
somehow
morning that you were
got
just
out.
saying that the mousetrap never fails, went in there, and this guy's like,
He was so mad at us. Just like, I ain't running away. I ain't running away, you motherfuckers. You smacked me with that fucking trap. It bounced off his face.
he had a mark across his nose
He
and
was
his right
not
eye.
totally deformed.
and
He
his-
was just whacked in the head. You
and
could
his
just tell
right
he
eye
had
wouldn't
like
work. He'd
a
blink.
gooseneck on his head.
He'd
Oh my
blink like
God.
that. He'd blink.
I got
like
right
that.
up next to him. I'm within 4 inches of him, just looking at him, and he's still just. Okay, so Tara's freaking out because
hate this.
she hates animal stuff. So I was like, all right, listen, I won't kill him. He's obviously still alive. So I'm gonna take him outside and we're gonna let him have a chance because I think he's actually gonna be okay, but he just has a really bad headache.
Oh my God. It was. He was like,
So anyway,
should I throw him in the trash or should I said, you should let him go and give him a chance.
yeah. Sydney says, let's name him Scratch, the PTSD mouse.
That's
oh
right.
my gosh.
He was like a badass.
His name is officially Scratch.
name's
This
so
dude was a
Scratch.
bat. Like, he was a biker of mice.
That's
I
right.
mean, he was a fat little motherfucker. We caught 10 of the little guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're just bam, bam, bam. Those traps just, they take them out. This dude was a fat motherfucker. Like, just, I mean, he was like the biker. He was Scratch. He was Scratch.
Scratch.
The mouse biker,
The mouse biker
of our house.
Our house.
So I push him inside an empty cereal box, right? And I'm walking the cereal box outside because I'm like, I'm gonna find a place to just let him go, and then Tara will feel better about like.
At least he had a chance.
He might actually. This might be okay.
And Stephanie says, bet he makes more babies.
I know.
know.
Stephanie, I wanted to kill him so bad. I'll tell you that. But she was freaking out. And so anyway, yeah, Miyagi Scratch. If you could have saw him just sitting there breathing heavy, like
I wish we took a video. Why didn't we fucking take
he
video?
was more like a foot away from the trap, 2 feet away from the trap. He was just like, if he could talk,
I'm gonna kill
he
you.
was just like, you motherfuckers, I wasn't hurting you. I wasn't chewing up your fucking yearbook, you motherfuckers. Anyway, while I'm walking him across my porch, he's going ape shit
In that box.
inside of the cereal box. So he came back too because he was trying to get out of that cereal box. I thought he was going to climb out and crawl out the top and freak me out. So he was very much kind of like back by the time I got him walked away from the house and I just kind of dumped him out. So I think he's fine.
But his right eye still didn't work.
Oh, but that's going to be his scar. And when he makes it back and they're going to be like, Scratch.
So, tell
Dude,
us
what
about it.
happened? He's gonna be like, motherfuckers. I tell you what. I was going for the cheese, you see. And I just grabbed my thing and said, come down and hit me in my face. I said, no.
I said,
ain't-
no.
I ain't going down like this. I got that thing back off my goddamn face. And I just told them motherfuckers that set the traps on my fucking get. I just sat there and I found myself inside my soul. And all the little baby mice are going to be like, oh, Scratch.
Tell us more,
You're
Grandpa."
so inspirational.
Stephanie says Scarface the mouse.
He's got a fucking little mini mouse
He's got
cane
like a
now.
little cane.
All the mice right now are like, Scratch is back! Scratch is back! They're seeing him from a distance coming through my crawl space and my foundation. There's Scratch! What happened, Scratch?
Tell us the story.
I met the aliens. I looked them face to face. I sat there in that room and I waited for that alien to get right in my face. And I looked at him with my bad eye. I said, you listen here, you motherfucker. And then he swept me in a cereal box.
Movies are made about that right eye. Yeah.
Let's do a trivia question and give something away real fast before we go.
All right, cool.
Who wants to play some trivia? We got a few people watching. Who wants to win something?
I do. Oh, I want to.
I think you can pick anything from what we sell, and you can have anything we have except for Elvis's book.
That's right.
I can't give you Elvis's book. You can go buy Elvis's book that he wrote when he was like 8 years old, and illustrated.
It's on our website, unsungdreamers.com/shop. You too can have a Cuddles t-shirt. Ooh, we have a report on Cuddles next week.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about Cuddles next week.
We will talk about Cuddles next week.
We have an update on Cuddles. A major announcement.
Major announcement.
I saw something the other day that the Dirty Saints have a major announcement. It was in all caps, so that must be how they meant to say it. Major announcement!
So loud.
Well, when you type at me with all caps,
and 5 explanations.
like Julia Lee Cobb right now is just like, trivia! Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So yes, so next week we have an update on Cuddles.
We have a major announcement regarding Cuddles that we will talk about on next week's live show.
We've actually had private messages asking us about Cuddles. Stephanie, God. So love you, Dan.
So love you, Dan. Okay. So we'll do some trivia for those of you who have never played with us before. We will ask you, and I don't mean that way.
And you don't mean that way.
I don't mean that way.
You don't mean that. Oh my
Jared
God.
said, laughing his ass off, you can always tell when Richard Kittleman gets a hold of the Dirty Saints Facebook page. Oh my gosh, because he's like, we had a great night last night! We thank all of our fans!
I know our garage is our studio is insulated, but wow. Oh my God, Julia says, this is exactly how I said it when you announced that you were about to do trivia. I scared the whole school. Yay! Trivia with Julia Lee Cobb involved. I pre-give up. Look at that. Jerry Jones says, trivia with Julia Lee Cobb. I pre-give up. Spot on, Julia Lee Cobb.
No, this one's gonna be hardcore. It's gonna be hardcore. If no one gets it tonight, I'm gonna leave it alone.
It's a deep cut.
You can send your answer in direct message, whoever we get one to answer first.
Stephanie, so love him being loud. Hearing him be loud.
Oh my God. Pretending to be Richard Kittleman typing.
Oh my God. Totally.
Is about giving me a heart attack.
Oh, don't say that. That's like bad words around here.
Okay, I'm kidding.
All right.
Anyway, listen.
Cool. Okay.
So we ask you a question that has to do with the interviews that we have done on our actual podcast. I'm still finishing my story about our Thursday nights not being really what we do. That's why I started that story.
Oh, gotcha.
What we really do is these interviews and conversations with...
You didn't miss the question. We haven't asked it yet.
Artists that have cool stories, and we have over 50 of them on our podcast, and it's still growing. The trivia questions come from those interviews, and if you get the right answer, Jared's like, too soon on the heart attack jokes.
Yes. Yes.
Then you can pick something out of our little store, or we got a couple things physically here that you could have as well. Tara has an old country CD that she recorded 20 years ago. You could have one of those.
Has it been 20 years?
Something.
Like 2001, so yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She's got a Christmas album if you want one of those.
That's right. You've got some...
Hold on. I don't know if I'm giving any of those away. Those...
All right. Oh, you give my shit away, but you won't give yours away.
Yeah, mine belong in like a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No, I'm just kidding.
Of course they do.
All right, so the trivia question for this week is this. Are you ready?
We are ready.
As you may or may not already know, Donnie Ray Stevens grew up listening to jazz. Loved it. His dad played jazz. Gave him an appreciation for jazz. And just absolutely loved listening to jazz music.
Shell says, real quick, Shell.
Blood pressure check.
BB check. We need to do a BB check.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, that's how he reduces stress.
He was a huge jazz lover.
Okay.
However, there was one guy that started standing out to him before anybody else. His very first rock and roll, like his first love affair with a rock and roll guy. Who was that guy? Who was Donnie Ray Stevens' very first attraction to a rock and roll legend?
Anyone? Anyone? Anyone?
Do you know it?
Nope. I don't even know it myself. I don't even know it myself. But in the meantime, while we're kind of Burt Bacharach, Kimberly Nutter. That's a great question. While we're doing that, we just had a picture come in. So I'm going to share this.
Answers.
While we're waiting, yes. While we're waiting on answers.
Stephanie Stevens wants to answer. No, you don't count,
Stephanie. Wife doesn't count. Oh, Shell says Daniel. Nice. I like that.
It was not Daniel.
Look at this. This is Juliana Cobb. She is wearing her I Survived Fritz 2.0 t-shirt that she got.
Oh, there she is.
There she is at school screaming, trivia! I heard it myself all the way down here in Springfield from Lee's Summit. There it is right there, sweetheart. That's good. Okay, we got some answers.
Oh, we got some answers. Winner.
Terry Jones says, it was me. Mark LeBrock says, Eric Gwynn. I love it.
Stephanie Stevens says, can I answer? Please, please, please.
And no. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
We already have a winner.
We have a winner right
Yes,
here?
we have a winner.
Are we ready?
Yep, right there.
Bam!
Kimberly Nutter Butter.
Woo, woo, woo. Buddy Holly.
For extra points and or another prize off the site, I'll do a part 2 of the question. What was the very first Buddy Holly song that... No, I shouldn't ask that question. Yes, I should. That Donnie Ray learned how to play on guitar.
Is this just for fun or...
No, I'll give away another coffee mug or whatever you want.
Right. So Kimberly gets to choose anything, which she's already...
The first song is Dad Taught Him on guitar of Buddy Holly's.
Nice. Anyone?
I don't even know if I know this
Should
answer.
we let
no,
Stephanie, we let Stephanie Stevens answer this
Yeah,
one?
Stephanie Stevens can answer this one.
You can answer this one. That's all right.
You can answer.
We'll give you that one.
What was the first song, rock and roll song, that Donnie learned on guitar from his dad as soon as his fingers were big enough?
Is that right?
Yes, that is right, Kimberly Nutter. Utter butter.
Joshua
She's
even
slaying
said it too. Joshua said it, but he said it second.
Oh, Josh's comment came in right after Kimberly's. Oh,
wow.
my goodness.
Oh, Stephanie Stevens.
Stephanie answered.
That'll be the day with a question mark. With a question
Guys,
mark.
listen.
Nice.
I just recently listened to that story, and that's a fun trivia question, and this is so much fun. Kimberly's slaying it over here.
Right.
But let me tell you something. The best part, and if you're a Dreamers Screamers group, if you're on the Dreamers Screamers group, the picture of him performing that song with his then girlfriend.
Oh, right. Aw, Kimberly says Josh can have it.
There's an amazing story behind all of that that you just got to go back and hear.
Yes.
But before that, when he performed the song for the very first little talent contest he had in his own classroom, before the teacher asked him if he would like to perform in the upper grade level talent contest, he could, even though he was 9 years old. But when he performed it at 8 or 9 years old in his own classroom, he just instinctually started to scat during the song. So he's singing like, that'll be the day. Little Donnie Ray Stevens scatting at 9 years old.
9 years old.
Oh, it's such a great story, dude. I laughed hard listening to it.
So good. So good. Julia totally had to answer the phone while you asked the question. She totally missed it. Seriously, man, I totally missed trivia because I had to answer the phone. And you were so excited. But it was another new student. I had to get signed up. It just keeps happening. Well, that's fantastic. That's a great reason to miss the trivia.
All right, Kimberly's giving away her second prize to Joshua.
Second prize to Josh.
Joshua might be tired of getting
I know.
shit.
Josh has got our shit like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, he has kind of dressed like Buddy Holly ever since. Oh, and by the way, just for some of you out there that may have not seen it yet, I mean, I know a lot of people probably have. I'm not trying to tell you this is something new or that I discovered it. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just telling you in general. If you really should, if you love music at all, you really should go watch the Buddy Holly story movie that actually came out back in, the 70s? That actually had Busey.
Gary Busey.
Had Gary Busey in it.
Hi, Ben Russell.
The thing that makes it so unique, this is why it's unique, because it's just a really cool story anyway. Buddy Holly's wife was involved in the production of that movie, and she would not allow them to overdub the music or overdub the singing or lip sync or do any of that kind of shit.
Right.
She said, if you're going to do a movie about his life, the only and major condition I have is that the band that is in the movie has to play the music.
Oh, it was
and
good.
when you film them, whatever it is they are literally playing while you're filming them, that has to be used
That's right.
as the music.
That's right.
She did not want one of those musical, biography type movies where the
just
songs are
lip sync.
totally recorded and then the band like totally lip syncs to them,
Yeah.
which is almost every music like type movie, biography type movie, blah, 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 blah. That's what makes that movie so cool, because when you see them kind of set up in like a high school gym and they're getting ready to play, all those little weird things that bands do when they're before they play a song, like a little or a little like or like a tuning or anything, it's all the actual audio of them actually doing that, and that was all by the request of Buddy Holly's wife.
Right.
It's fucking great.
So good. So good. So check that out. Absolutely check that out.
Go check
Good
that
point.
movie out.
Good point. Nice.
It's
nice
an old
segue.
movie, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it's just damn cool. And Busey was a beast in that movie.
Oh, he was. Like, people give him shit because of the way he is now or whatever, or where he was at one point, but he killed that part.
And another thing a lot of
killed
people
it.
don't realize, because you see old pictures of Buddy Holly and you think like, oh, he was just like a little nerd. Like, no, the dude was like the first, I think he's the godfather of punk rock. I'm serious. The dude,
Buddy Holly?
yes.
Yeah.
Nobody gives him that credit, but his style and his not give a shit was so punk rock. I think
Yeah.
he's more the godfather of punk rock than anybody.
That's interesting. It's so interesting. Very cool. I love that. You rock. You gonna play some more stuff to play us out? Is that your
Remember,
set?
guys, we opened the show with this. Nobody else has this record. It's not even released. The only two that exist are in my hands and the lead singer's hands.
Yeah. So yeah.
From right here in Springfield, Missouri. I might flip over to what? Side B. Let's see what the
Dan,
first...
was that recorded at the old studio downtown?
Yes, it was. I don't know if he wants that info out. But,
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yes, this was recorded at Lou Whitney's old studio, which is now a new studio. But
It's still a studio, which is the beautiful thing.
It's not really open to the public.
No, it's more of a private thing.
But your boy Dan has got an invite to record there anytime I want.
Crazy, right?
Because I am ahead of the curve.
Gotta keep the jab going. Kids, thank you so much.
Put the music up here.
Appreciate it.
Imagined Order.
That's it. Here it is right there.
From right here in Springfield, Missouri. This record is not even out yet. It's not even got a date picked for release yet. And I've been loving it lately. So check it out. Hope you guys having a good time. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. We taking it on this?
Yeah.
Taking it out? All right. So I'm just going to, while the music is playing, I'm just going to say this. Go see Matilda down to Landers Theater. You'll see the lead singer's son in that show. Just saying. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go see Matilda over at the Little Theater. By the way, check out unsungdreamers.com/shop if you want to buy some stuff. If you have a suggestion for a t-shirt or something you want to see on there, let us know. unsungdreamers@gmail.com. We will totally put it up there and have it available for you. Become a patron if you want to. Patreon.com/unsungdreamers. Shoot us $1 or $2 or 10 or 20 or 1,000, I don't care what, on PayPal, Venmo, and all that goodness if you want to help us support the show.
We love you, Jared. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Jared.
You also have a great weekend, Terry
he's
Jones.
He's asking if it's playing at the right speed, and I don't think it is. I think you're right, Jared. I think it's playing as if...
it's probably still at my fucking 45 speed.
Matilda is playing...
This is why I love playing vinyl, because you fuck up.
Because you fuck up and it's beautiful.
You bump the record player and it's... I love all that shit.
I was noticing it too, but I was too busy talking.
Let me make sure.
It should be 33.
It might have been.
It was at 45. I think it totally was. Because none of this record is that fast. It sounds like a chipmunk. You're absolutely right. That's correct. Well,
awesome.
Love it, fuckers.
Good call.
Good call, Jared. Nice work. Nice work. And also, so we're just going to put this guy up here, right here.
It was set on 45.
Yep, it certainly was. So we're going to put this
Try
up
that
here.
again.
Boom sauce. All kinds of stuff is right there. Go see Matilda. Matilda's at the Landers, I think, June 11th, and I can't remember the ending date, but it starts tomorrow. It's tonight or tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. Go see Matilda at the Landers Theater. That's better. That's better. Yeah.
Noob. I'm not a noob, you jerk.
That's right.
I was just playing a 45 earlier and I forgot.
Hashtag boomer. He says hashtag
Oh, total boomer, yes.
Oopsie cakes. Yes. Right on.
I'm a boomer through and through.
This is much better.
This is better because this band is fucking great.
So don't forget to check us out.
And
Monday.
we get to hang out with the whole band next week. Next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, really?
The whole band, yep.
Inside information.
Yeah. I haven't even told you this.
Nope.
But they're coming to town. The two of the guys that don't live here are coming to town. And we're going to hang out with them.
That sounds amazing. I love it. So don't forget to check out Monday Morning Medications. Monday mornings, every Monday morning, it's just a little fun thing. Audio only, wherever you get your podcast.
Jared said, I'm Bye, Kimberly.
Right.
Thanks for stopping by, Brian. Have a good road trip.
Right.
Mark LeBlanc, when is Matilda playing?
I just said that. We're good. We covered it.
You covered
already
that.
covered that.
Good.
Everybody, check it out. And also, we have Sade Shine coming out in a few days. In a few days, we have her conversation coming out audio only. And go to wherever you get your podcasts and give us a rating of 5 stars. And I don't care. You can say that the light bulb is green. I don't give a shit what you say. Just give us 5 stars. It helps us. It helps us.
I do
get
give a
found.
shit. Say something good. I don't know why she always says that. Say that we're fucking awesome and Dan is cute. Let's quit talking over the music.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
the aura inside of you, the aura inside of you, the aura inside of you, the aura, the aura inside of you will heal the pain you're living through. The aura inside of you, the aura. Sorry, you got trapped in the middle of this war inside of me. I'm scared I've let you down. I'm afraid